Hello, my name's Daniel and I'm going to be doing some camera classes with you for this first trimester. We're going to be learning the basics, fundamentals of how to use a camera, working up to doing some actual shooting. There's a lot of you that may not have picked up a camera before, so we're going to make sure no one gets left behind, and that's why we're assuming zero knowledge and building up from there. The camera that we're looking at today is this. This is the Canon C200. This is one of the main cameras we're going to use at the uni and that you've actually got access to. So let's have a look. So the first thing we're going to do is just look at the layout of the buttons. So this is on the side of the camera. You can see that most of the controls can be found here. There's some on the back of the camera as well, which we'll look at in a second, and also some on the monitor. But these are the main bunch here, and we'll just run through all these now one by one. So first of all, at the top is the power switch, which obviously where you can turn the camera on, off, and if you flick it down to where it says media, this is where you can play back all the clips of the footage that you've shot. And underneath these is a bunch of buttons, the functions of which we will go through shortly. But just to run through these buttons, we have number 1, this is for magnification, number 2 for focus peaking, number 3 for zebras, number 4 is your waveform, number 5 is your ISO or your gain, number 6 for shutter, and 7 is your monitor display. And next to that, where you see ND filters, we have a plus and a minus key, and these add or remove ND filters, and we'll go through those later on. They're a really handy feature to have. And then at the bottom is a select dial on the left, one of the record buttons in the middle, and then on the right we've got buttons for white balance and play and pause functions for when you're reviewing your footage in the media section. On the back we've got the menu button, bottom left, and that's obviously for accessing the main menu. And above that there's a little joystick which you can use to navigate around that menu as well. Buttons with number 8 and number 9, there's loads of assignable buttons where you can customize the camera to whatever you want. So you can add certain functions to different buttons. Next to those buttons we can see the audio section, which we will come to in the next video. And then next to those, the SD card slots, and this is obviously where we put our media that we're going to record onto. Underneath there is the slot for the battery. A number of these buttons are replicated around the camera, so there's a few different record buttons and there's a couple of different joysticks that do the same function, so we won't go through each one individually. Just have a play about when you get hold of the camera.